Yo, how's it going, guys? So, one thing I would say today is there should be no glitch when I'm streaming, okay? There should be no robotic movements because I believe I have finally fixed that little issue I've been having. I try to improve like a little
Yo,
bit
how's it going,
every
guys?
time
So,
I
one
stream.
thing I
Whoa,
would
whoa, whoa,
say
whoa, whoa.
today
I'm
is there
echoing.
should
No, no,
be
no.
no glitch.
Can you imagine? I was just here bragging about how I've improved a little bit, and then there was immediately, as soon as I said that, technical difficulties. Only me, man. Only me. I'm such an unk. It's never funny. Anyways, so the last chapter, which was 84, ended with Chihiro basically just creating a little nick on Samura's sword, the Tubimune, I believe it's called, and essentially letting Samura for the first time see some sort of hope, some sort of way besides him sacrificing himself. Shihiro's entire goal in this battle is to let Samura know that he doesn't have to kill himself to save everybody. He doesn't have to do the whole heroic thing. He can probably still have a future with his daughter, and there is an alternative to stopping the malediction, which is breaking the Shinichi with the Enten, which is kind of like the reason the Enten was created and why Shihiro was given the Enten, because that was kind of Rokuhire's way of trying to pay for the sins of the sword masters or the enchanted blade owners. Alright, so we're going to continue from this chapter 85. There's a flashback to Samura hearing his daughter cry because of the stigma she faces, or rather like the just the bullying she faces in school because of who her dad was and his role in the war. So yeah, that's kind of really sad, but it's just one of them ones. Anyway, so we'll go back to the present and the present time, and Shiro acknowledges that, oh, it cracked. That proves it now. I'll destroy the Shinichi with this power. So, and then his daughter cried out, Father, I. And then immediately Samura simply says Suzaku, and he heals the sword. Interesting. He healed the blade. Oh, so he can use Suzaku not only to heal himself, he can use Suzaku to heal his blade. Do all the enchanted blade have that ability? And if that's the case, I guess all he has to do, I guess Shihiro has to be strong enough where he can destroy the blade in one swipe, so without giving Samurai a chance to heal the blade. But I don't know, does every enchanted blade, because I just assume it's because this is Tobimune and Tobimune has the ability to heal itself, does the Shinichi have the ability to do that as well? I think that's the real question here, because if it does, then that kind of puts a little bit of an issue there, or maybe it can only heal because the sword wasn't completely cut through. But let's keep going. And then now Samurai is using Crow. Okay, that's the thing that lets him teleport. Roa acknowledges there's a mass of feathers, kind of like in shock, and he simply says, we can't see anything. Ooh, that actually is a big advantage for Samurai if you can't see anything, because he can't see, he's blind, and he can use the feathers as well of sensing the surrounding. This is the same thing I used against Hirohiko. Okay, that's what Samurai is saying. He fixed the crack but won't open his eyes. He'd rather pretend not to see a path to leave. He'd rather pretend not to see a path to leave. I think that was metaphorical and literal in a sense, because he literally he literally refuses to see, like, because he can heal himself using Suzaku, but then he also refuses to see that Chihiro has the ability to break the enchanted blade in a way. So that's what he meant, like he's refusing to see a path to live. Like, it's almost like it's not just about this heroic sense of I have to stop the malediction because of everything because of he doesn't want that many people to die again. There's also that guilt, I think, within himself where he longs to die in the same way, but I don't know why yet. And I think the daughter and maybe Shiro working together might give him a reason to live. But it's going to be an uphill battle because he's really determined to die. I've never seen someone so determined to go and see their maker. Just like Samura, Shiro uses spirit energy to flood the space. The air is dark with a mixture of feathers and goldfish. Only the two of them can detect their surroundings through spirit energy. Okay, so now none of them are using their sight. They're simply detecting their surrounding through spirit energy. Kind of funny saying none of them using the sight when Samurai is blind. He's not like he has a choice. I mean, he has a choice. He can heal himself. And narrator just simply says, or the mangaka simply says, just the two of them. ... And Chihiro is almost like in a tranquil space. It's a lot of white light here. I don't know if it's supposed to be snowy, but he's alone there in this space. Very interesting. I kind of like the artwork here. It's very soothing. There's something relaxing about just looking at this panel. I love it. I don't know why though. And the same thing for Samurai. It's almost like they're both in their own little space, white space or something. I don't know if that's snow, but maybe it's snowing. Yeah, I think it's snowing in this space that they're in. I don't think it's real. It might be metaphorical. And I think they're about to use the DIY period style. Currently, Chihiro can use Aka to wield Crow. So Aka is the thing that allows anything to copy abilities, which is kind of cracked when you think about it. I think all the enchanted blades got some cracked ability. The Tobimune so far seems to be the most cracked because he can heal. Which actually, why didn't he just copy Suzaku? Then he could heal as well. Didn't he feel like that would be necessary? This field flooded with spirit energy is their arena. They can both use Crow to teleport anywhere within its bounds. That's true. And Shihiro simply says, I'll prove it as many times as I have to. And this time Shihiro's eyes are closed as well. Mr. Samurai, you're not getting rid of me. And he's clinching the sword even though his hand is completely like cooked at this point because of Samurai's strikes being that strong. So he's going through an extreme pain just to even hold his sword, and every clash he's going to make with Samurai will just exacerbate the injury. So that's also kind of like a sign of his resolve that he will do whatever it takes to make sure that Samurai sees that he doesn't have to die. He can be a father to his daughter. He can have a good life. But I think on some level, Samurai feels like he doesn't deserve it because of the guilt of the thousands of people who died. Alright, and then he's still thinking there's no way it's okay. So he's still thinking about the time when his daughter was crying. Okay, and now there's like a haze, almost like either wind or is an indication of speed in the panel. It isn't an indication of speed. They both approach each other. They're both fighting with not only the sword, they're also using the sheath of the blades to fight as well. So they're clashing both with the sword and the sheath. And in this situation, they both have their eyes closed. They're both fighting strictly with spirit energy alone, which I would think would give Samurai an edge, considering like he is blind. But let's see. Samurai simply says, you're already covered in wounds, even if you're determined, even if you have that power. It's agonizing, isn't it? Gripping the anthem. As long as you go on wielding the sword, the pain will always be there. So I think what he's referring to isn't necessarily the physical pain of holding the sword, but everything that comes with bearing the responsibility of the enchanted blade. And I think that's why he doesn't want Chihiro or his daughter or anyone else to bear that responsibility, because he believes that the malediction was partly his fault, which I completely disagree. But he feels that because he is responsible for the malediction, only he should bear the burden of the malediction. Like a child like Chihiro, because that's how he sees Chihiro, should not be going through this pain to basically pay for the sins of the father. You know what I mean? As long as you're going within the sword, the pain will always be there. The enchanted blades and knife are relics of a past you should put behind you, Samurai says. Enough. Let go. Basically telling Chihiro to let go of the sword. All of this is metaphorical. They're speaking in layers right now. You too don't need to be tormented by the past. So when he said you too, he's referring to Chihiro and his daughter. And something about that statement puzzles Chihiro. And Chihiro gets caught according to the panel. Oh my goodness. He's bleeding. Chihiro looks unfazed. I wonder, did he get Suzaku as well? It's possible he got Suzaku and then he could heal himself. If he did, that would be good. I hope he did. Actually, no, if he did, he would have healed his hand. No, he did get it. Yeah, he did get it last time. Because he was trying to heal his hand last time. He just, because he doesn't have the the same experience. It takes him longer to heal, but he does have the ability to heal. I remember that. Okay. And the feathers are floating. Shiro is down. Like that attack got Shiro down. So he's not healing. Someone says Iori, kind of like just exclaiming as Iori runs, I'm assuming, towards Shihiro. Only I have to disappear along with the past, Samura says. I'm going to be a swordsmith. Shihiro is thinking back to his past. For now on, live your own life. Okay. And interesting, as Samura tries to, so he cuts Shihiro. Shihiro's bleeding on the ground. It looks like Shihiro is down and out of it, but the minute Samura tries to grab the sword, Shihiro suddenly teleports, letting him know that he's still willing to fight. And you can see in the panel there's his hand grabbing the sword, essentially holding on to the responsibility of the enchanted blade. That's kind of like the metaphor here. So Samurai, in a way, this is kind of poetic. Samurai in a way is trying to relive Shihiro of that responsibility by grabbing the enten, and Shihiro is stubbornly clinging to it because he believes that he also shares that responsibility because his father created the blades, and this blade was entrusted to him for the sole reason of correcting the mistake that was done with the Shinoshi and the malediction. So it's a battle of principles here. Samurai is trying to tell him that, look, this has nothing to do with you. Let it go. Live your own life. Shihiro refuses. He wants to take that responsibility. He wants it. And basically, he's letting Samurai know that he already is living his own life. And he's chosen that this was the path he was going to take. And this is a sign of his resolve. So he simply says, I already am. That's in response to Samurai. So he teleports, grabs the sword. Samurai looks like sick and tired of this boy. She's like, boy, why are you so stubborn, man? Just stay down and let me do my thing. Shihiro replies, all I'm doing is living as best as I can. And the Iori is simply running through the woods, I'm assuming trying to get to her dad. And it's because I have a past I'd rather die for than forget, Shihiro says. And all the while he's saying that Iori is thinking of her past while running, and you could tell she's really desperate to connect with her father again. And she's thinking back to when she was a kid about how she was looking up to her dad, how she wanted to be so badly like her father so that she too can protect everyone, because that was the idea that was being sold, that they were protectors. And in many ways they were protectors, except for that one guy that killed 200,000 people. They were heroes. Iori just wants to fight with her dad. I think Iori just wants to be with her only surviving family member, regardless of his history. But I don't think those feelings are rich in Samurai. I don't know. It's going to be a combination of Iori and Shihiro. So there's still a lot to do. I wonder if it ends here. But they're still showing the past. There's nothing I want to throw away. Even if it hurts, I'll trample over all of it. So she's basically recalling the past and the pain that she went through, the bullying and just the stigma of being the daughter of Samurai. And she's willingly accepting all of that, even if it hurts, that she's just going to tough it out and keep moving forward. But Iori finally arrives on the scene, and she sees her father and Shihiro about to clash. Shihiro, all the way, by the way, taking the most damage here, hands bleeding, and I think he's been caught up a little bit, but he's still willing to continue to fight, which by the way is a huge sign of growth from Shihiro when you think about it, because to be able to go against a legend like Samurai, you have to understand, Samurai blitzed Hirohiko. Now granted, one could argue that the reason why Samurai blitzed Hirohiko was because he wasn't really trying, you know what I mean? Like with Hirohiko he wasn't like he wasn't holding back. With Shihiro, he's just trying to put him out of commission so that he could take the sword, right? So maybe he's pulling punches a little bit, but I don't know if that would be a valid argument. Yeah, sure, he doesn't want to kill him, but he's really going all out to make sure, like he caught him up, for example, right? And Knowing that he has the ability to heal somebody even after killing them, odds are he's not holding back. He's probably just banking the fact that he can get him near death or potentially kill him and just bring him back to life. I think that's kind of like the plan he has right now in this fight. So all credit to Shihiro for hanging in for this long. Like, that's crazy. Let me see if I can make this, because I feel like the panel here is a bit too, how do you say, let me change the filters a little bit. Let's see. I think that's a little bit better. Yeah, let's leave it like that. That's a little bit better, just to make it a little bit more visible while not making it too visible. All right. Shiro says, no matter how long it takes, but he wouldn't get a chance to complete that sentence because Iori, the daughter of Samura, runs in between them. Samura, at this point, cannot hide away from his daughter, even though he's blind. He can definitely see the desperation of a daughter wanting to just reach out to her father. And at this point, with Shiro's hand bleeding, Samura recalls his wife, and his wife simply says, when are you going to let go of the past and look toward the future? And Samura simply says, yeah, I know, I already tried that, but in the future where I exist, Iori. And then someone interjects, I'm counting on you to look after her. So the wife, I guess maybe that was probably one of the last things his wife said to him. So he's basically conflicted. So he's trying to let go of the past, but then he remembers how hurtful it was to see his daughter cry because of his mistakes and how that hurt him. And not necessarily hurt him, just like, I guess you could say it did hurt him, but as a dad, you never want to see your child go through pain, and knowing that he is the source of that pain, he just feels like killing him, basically going through with his plan, is kind of like his penance, so to speak. He goes into the room in the past, says Iori, and then Samura simply says, thank you for protecting me, because I guess that was when he realized that Iori has just been lying to him about what was really going on in school. And back to the present, Samura finally sees his daughter, and I mean that, in the sense that he can sense maybe her presence, right? Because he's blind. So when I say see, I don't mean literally see. He can't see. But he finally meets his daughter, right? And there's a blank stare, no dialogue boxes, just his daughter staring at his face. Hold up. He opened his eyes. Wait, what? He opened his eyes. He healed himself. He says, you've really grown up. So I was right. He did actually see him. Give me a second. I have to plug in my charger. My laptop's about to die. That is actually crazy. He finally healed his eyes. You've really grown up. He's opened his eyes for the first time in how many years? That's insane. That is actually insane. Whoa, I was not expecting that. That was a welcome twist. We're here for that. Oh, damn, that's so wholesome. I wonder if that's the thing that will warm his ice cold heart. Genuinely shed a tear. It's so peak. I'm reading the comments of the chapter. Mangaka really knows how to touch our hearts. This author is incredible. One thing I'll say about this author is he creates a nice balance between the action, like the hype, and also like just the wholesome moments. He tries to create a very nice balance, and I really love it. That's kind of skewed a little bit. I really like that. I really like that he does that. It's pretty cool. Because when you read the manga, I'm saying watch. Sometimes it feels like you're watching because of how great illustrations are that you can almost, it feels like the static images are actually moving, like they have so much depth to it. It's pretty cool. Shihiro is still holding his blade, ready to go. He can barely see. Everything's blurred, and he kind of guesses from the silhouettes that he can make out. Iori, everything is blurred, he says. With the full power of Nishiki and the broad firepower of Suzaku, I finally managed to demonstrate it. Even so, it's just a crack, a mere glimpse. It's hardly proof I can destroy the Shinichi. It's not enough. I'm not there yet. Oh, he's going through it. He's bleeding. I think he's about to pass out. Shihiro is getting through it. Iori turns around and says, oh. And Samura teleports and catches Shihiro before Shihiro falls. So I think that's it. I think Samura's finally back to his senses. And Samura's eyes are opened. I find that so poetic, right? Like his eyes were closed this entire time. He refused to open his eyes. And I think it's because he just couldn't face the future. I think that's what it is. In like metaphorically, he couldn't bear to face the future, and that's why his eyes were closed this entire time. But after fighting with Shihiro and realizing that it's about time he moves on and just go towards the future, he decides to finally open his eyes to see what the future could be, in a way. So I think that's the author's way of kind of sending that message to let us know, like, yeah, this is him, kind of like a phoenix, so to speak, right? Because of his ability of phoenix, just becoming reborn, and that was like the symbolism of his eyes opening up. That's what I feel, anyways. And Ro's injuries have been healed as well. His glasses as well. That's kind of a flex. The fact that he can heal objects is kind of cool, which kind of makes me think: is it healing or is it time reversal? Like, I guess healing in a way could be seen as time reversal. I feel like it's time reverse, like it reverses the state of whatever that was before. So Samurai comes in, heals Ro. Ro simply says, Mr. Samurai, and then Shihiro's healing as well. His vision is becoming a bit clearer. He can see the face of Samurai, but his eyes are still locked in. And he sees Samurai's scars are healing up, and his eyes open up for the first time in a long time. That's a very nice touch. His scars are healing up. This author is a poet. That's just what he is. He's a poet. Like, his scars are healing up and his eyes are open and he can see again for a very long time, all thanks to Shihiro. All of this is symbolic and I love it. And Shihiro simply says, Mr. Samurai, your eyes. And he simply says, you want me down. Yeah, Shihiro is one stubborn bastard. When he has his mind locked onto something, once he's fixated on getting something done, you can't shake him. He's a man with a strong will. If he was in One Piece, he would have haki. I'm telling you right now. It's clear that you'll die before you release your grip on that sword. And again, it's not just the sword. You always have to read it in layers with this guy, with this author. He always has things layered, so to speak. Like, he's basically saying he's not going to let go of his philosophy, his idea of wanting to break the Shinichi. Because that was what he was trying to prove. To let Samurai know that he doesn't have to die. I can't let it go because of the memories associated with my father, he says. And then Samurai replies, you forged it together. Rokihira, you were trying to forge a future together. An enchanted blade to destroy the enchanted blades, and you'll use it to destroy the Shinichi, huh? I know there's still ways to go, but I'll get there no matter what. Samurai says yes. This is just the start. I get it. So, in the battle of ideals, I guess one can say Samurai was completely defeated by Shihiro here. Shihiro won this battle, not in the physical sense, because obviously Samurai is just on a whole other level, but that wasn't what the battle was really about. The battle was about forcing Samurai to come into the present, to let go of the past and look on to the future, to open his eyes to the possibility of a new reality. And Shihiro won that battle. He was clinging so hard to the past, but Shihiro's persistence and resilience and just unwillingness to give up won him that battle. So yeah, this is a W for Shihiro. Shout out to the MC there. And I love how it was written too. It wasn't some BS pool about him beating Samura, because that doesn't make sense that he'll be able to beat Samura at this stage. Alright, this is just the start. I get it. Your sword play has come a long way. It really has. To be able to last that long and hang with Samura for that long, shout out to him. Shira is going really strong. Turning toward the light, Rokuhira, I'll follow your example. So you see, that's why his eyes are open. Turning toward the light, Rokuhira, I'll follow your example. That's beautiful. I love it. With the N10, you can do this, Shihiro. So now he's convinced Samura. Now Samura is a believer. Samura believes. That's pretty cool. Give me 1 second. Alright. Just have to check something real quick. Alright. Cool. My sword play improved thanks to your daughter. He finally turns around to see his daughter. You got some explaining to. I'm sure she'll be mad, but let's see how this interaction goes. And the dad simply says, "You've kept up your training since then." And she says, "Excuse me?" Samura's like, "I've grown up? Seriously?" She screams at her dad. "Duh, you abandoned me for years." Samurai is under stress. He's sweating. The entire fight with the Hishaku, the entire fight with Hirohiko, all this time, this guy has not broken the sweat. When it comes to being a dad, he's hella stressed because he knows he messed up. "You want to know if I've kept up with my training? It's none of your business," she says. And Samurai tries to let out the word, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then she punches him in the gut. "I don't forgive you. All this time, my memories of Mom's last smiles, of the three of us together, I couldn't even remember forgetting." Ooh, that hits deep. And she's all in tears. She's crying. "I'm sorry. I'm sorry," Samurai says. That's all he can say. "I'm sorry," because he understands that that was kind of a tough thing to put her through. Hugs her, and it's a nice father-daughter moment. Aww, that's so wholesome. Yo, this author knows how to play with your heartstrings. That's one thing he's good at. He knows how to play with your heartstrings. Oh my goodness. I'm really intruding, right? Yeah, it's obvious. The Masumi are carrying Ikura. I would like to you, Ikura did play his role with that key and everything. Shout out to Ikura still. I know he has no ability. What if he decides to train? I wonder if Ikura is going to be one of those characters that will become reoccurring in the series. Or is he just going to be for this brief moment and that's it? Who knows? We'll see. No, this would have ended differently without you. Facts. Like, Ikura played a role. You're the MVP. Facts. Put some respect on Ikura's name, man. He is the MVP. What do you mean? "I owe you all," Samura says. "An apology too." "Oh, we have a bone to pick for sure, but Iori already slugged you." "So we're good for now," Oro replies. "Ready to gamble on the future?" It is still a gamble, because it's a gamble that they're trying to put all their trust and faith in Shihiro's ability to master the intent to the point where he can break the shinichi of a sword master. That is a big ask. All right, we just got to put it out there. That is a big ask. Yes, but first of all, even if Shihiro handles the eternal contracts, we still have to deal with the Hishaku and the other enchanted blades and the Kaminabi traders. All that stuff the pact was going to cover is a wash. There are a few things that need tidying up, Samurai says. Do you know what it is though that I don't like about manga and anime? Whenever the good guys sort of like change sides or whatever, they become a bit weaker. So now that Samurai is no longer, in the gray, I feel like he's gonna get nerfed. The Hishaku, Ro says, "Then let's get on with it. We just received this notice. Emergency alert. The Hishaku are ambushing Kaminabi headquarters." Okay? That comes as a surprise to Shihiro. Samurai is a bit stunned by this. What are they thinking? Are the Hishaku trying to kill the Swordmaster without an enchanted blade? Did they intend to subvert me from the start? No, this must have been their backup plan. Even so, Shiro interjects, Mr. Samura, if we can clear the board now, then can we talk about what comes next? Samura is still stuck on the fact that there's an ambush on the headquarters, and he knows that there must be informants on the inside besides him, because he was an informant as well. And Samura replies, right, it will be a huge step forward. Shiro says, I have no intention of carrying this alone. Tobimune was originally crafted for support. I need you to use your powers to heal the injuries I'm going to incur. Interesting. Hero, what's going on? Wait, I'm confused. Use your powers to heal the injuries I'm going to incur. Interesting. Okay. Together, we'll take care of the enchanted blades and the Hishaku. Together? That's a word you couldn't say. You drop these, and he gives Samurai his cold ass black glasses. One thing about these characters, like Gojo with their black glasses, you already know they're cold. Cold ass characters with black glasses. The light's intense, right? Rose says. And Samurai simply says, you win, all of you. Yep, I said that a few panels ago. Yeah, he lost this one. And he simply says, yes. Because, he hasn't opened his eyes in a very long time. So he definitely needs the glasses. Alright, the next panel is kind of a shock. The leap is kind of crazy. I see Crow. I see lightning surrounding somebody. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's a bit chaotic. It is a bit chaotic. What the hell's going on here? Is this like a memory from the past? Oh damn, what the hell is going on? Is that a malediction? Is that what it is? Holy crap. It's like floating buildings and everything. Holy, is this a dream, a nightmare, a memory? What is going on? Oh, it's the master, it's the sword master in the cage. He's gonna get free. He has to get free, right? Because he's gonna end up being the main villain, I'm guessing. That was interesting that they just showed that. Was that his memory? Was he thinking about that, like what he did in the past, like reminiscing on the carnage he brought upon the world? The upper levels are in chaos. The Kamnabi headquarters lowest level monitor room. So it seems, but nothing's amiss down here. Do you think he's picking up on this? He couldn't possibly wait. He's been locked away deep in this underground prison for 18 years. The pillars surrounding him are basically life support. They provide the organism inside with protection. With such minimal nourishment, he lacks the strength even to harm himself. Unable to budge, his existence consists of little more than watching time pass. In the center of a prison of utter nothingness, he sat in complete stillness for 18 years. I feel like that's more worrying than anything else. Like, that's a scary brother. For 18 years, he has been sitting still. That's suspicious. I don't know. I feel like that's suspicious. What if he's not actually there? What if that's a decoy? In all these years, he only once uttered a single word, Magatsumi, at 3:47 p.m. on November 8th of this year. Magatsumi. What is Magatsumi? Interesting. The time is nigh. Oh, he's finally moving. He's getting up. Oh, shoot. What's going on? Oh, man. I feel like things are about to get ugly now. I'll take us there. There's no time to waste. Oh, crap. That's crazy. Let's go to Tokyo. And he's about to get... I feel like things are... Oh. Sorry. Yo, that's kind of scary. What is this guy gonna do? Oops, sorry, I kind of messed that up somehow. I don't know how. Give me a second here. Oops. Okay, I need to, I don't know what happened here. Kind of, okay. Are we back? I cannot tell. How's this looking for you guys? Sorry, I just accidentally messed up my stream. Okay, it still looks good. All right, I'm just gonna go back. I don't know what I did there. I pressed something and something happened. I'm not too familiar. Let's go to Tokyo. But I'm not gonna lie, it's low-key about what Chihiro says when he talks to Samurai. As I listen, I'm not gonna shoulder this responsibility alone. I'm gonna just let you know one thing. I need you to heal these injuries I'm about to incur. That's crazy. That's a cold ass bar. I'm not gonna lie. I need you to heal these injuries I'm gonna incur is a cold ass bar. Kaminabi Headquarters Archives. Okay. 15 years after the war, Kunishige Rokuhira murdered. Okay, that was 15 years ago. A small organization composed of 10 sorcerers, led by a man named Yura. His goal is to kill the Swordmaster and wield the Shinoshi. So that's his goal. Members whose names are not in a family registry, sorcery from outside of the dominant lineages. Okay. A wide age range, the skills to pull off Rokuhira Kunishige's assassination. Why isn't the skills to pull it off? Was the dad that strong? Was he even strong? I don't even know. I thought he was just a swordsmith. Maybe did they mention he fought in the war shoot? I can't remember. Who are these guys? The members' relationship to each other, their backgrounds, almost everything about them is shrouded in a thick fog. Kaminabi Headquarters Underground Level 1 Threat Elimination Grounds. Okay. That's like a samurai that got basically annihilated by what's his face? I forgot his name, but he's a Kaminabi guy. Creepy. Something feels off. 3 enemies have entered. The other 4 have yet to be. They still haven't come. They can't get down below without passing through here. Don't tell me. Again? Question mark. Again? Question mark. They don't know what's going on. It's the Hishaku, those scumbags. All they do is use pawns. They avoid taking on any risks themselves. They wear the enemy down and swoop in at the end. Bastards. Kaminabi Headquarters outside threat elimination grounds. Okay, there's some guys just casually sitting down. These are the Hishaku guys, I'm guessing. They're just like chilling. What's wrong? Nervous? So, huh? You yawned. That's proof that you're nervous. Says baloney. I'm not the only one yawning. He's actually just sleepy, right? Yeah. Oh, it's Yura. Okay, the master comes in. He's nervous. So what if he's nervous? I'm not nervous, okay? I think she's just teasing him at this point. Excuse me, old man. Okay. Would you mind pointing me to the restroom? You're Kaminabi staff, right? So yes, that's why I'm here. There were a few others on the way in, but they hid. Yes, we were advised to. What about you? Aren't you afraid to die? Old man says, not at my age. I wanted to get a look at the guys who killed Rokuhira. Okay, and? There's not a lot of surprises at my age. I was hoping to see some rare monsters. Too bad. Oh, damn. Not the old man roasting them. I was hoping to see some rare monsters. Too bad. Damn. It basically said they ain't shit. You're a bit tougher than the average thugs, but nothing out of the ordinary. Phantoms? Hardly. Just crafty and good at sneaking around. I have nothing to tell you. Proceed to the threat elimination grounds. Old man basically says, yo, I don't rate any of you. Y'all not that nice. Yura simply says, well then here's an idea. I'll toss a coin. If I win, you'll direct me to the restroom, okay? And if I win, you can take my life. Old man's like, what? I'm the ringleader behind Rokuhira Kunishige's assassination. If you win the coin toss, you'll go down in history. And the old man simply says, why would you do that? We're about to risk our lives. Before we do, I'd like to relieve myself. Find the bathroom yourself and leave me out of it. He flips it. He says, tails. The old man's a bit shocked. I knew it. Today, the gods are on my side. Oh, crap. Old man is terrified. That put the fear of God in the old man's heart. So they tossed the coin, and he won. He literally gambled his entire life because he believed that today was his day. I wonder if that has something to do with sorcery, or if that was literally just pure luck. And if that's the case, he just confirmed what I already know. He's nuts. And the old man simply tells him the restroom's that way. That shook the old man. He's like, thanks. He's like, what's with you? And Ura says, now I'm living up to your expectations? Question mark. Okay, so he just did that to flex. I noticed his eyes went dark when he flipped the coin earlier. Yeah, it went dark for a bit. So it might have been, I wonder if that was a trick. Maybe, I don't think it was. I think he literally risked his life to go to the restroom. And that kind of puzzles the old man. I guess that lets him know that these are real monsters. And the other guy that was nervous says, I'll go too. He goes to the washroom and the restroom, and he can't go because he is really nervous. And Yura repeats again, nervous? He's like, you don't get nervous? Do you, Yura? Oh, you don't get nervous, do you, Yura? It's like, sure I do, especially today. We might die after all. He's so cavalier about dying. He reminds me of Crollo from Hunter x Hunter. Nervousness precedes victory. Besides, there's nothing to worry about. You're the strongest fighter in the Ishaku. Excuse me? The guy that's nervous, the guy that can't pee, he is the strongest in the Hishaku. The guy with a band-aid on his cheek, he's the strongest. Is he just saying that to cheer him up, or is he literally the strongest in the Hishaku? Stronger than the leader? I guess the leader is not the strongest. Usually in all these like stuff, like where you have like a group of villains, it's like the leader is usually like the top dog. But I guess in this case he's not. The inside's intact. There's confusion, but even with all this, I can only create the tiniest opening. There's no time to pick and choose our coordinates. We might end up face to face with the enemy. Okay, so they're about to teleport. And the guy that was feeling sleepy earlier on says, bring it on. He was probably bored. He just wants to get into action. Okay. That Kamnabi guy is still talking. If we can weather this ambush, it will be the perfect time to do a sweep. 10 seconds. 9, 8. So they're counting down till they appear. I wonder where they will land. That would be very interesting to know. What's wrong? He simply says nothing. Ooh, don't tell me he's a traitor too. 7, 6. Oh, he's sweating. He's a traitor. He's a traitor. They're gonna land there, aren't they? Nothing. 6, 6. You're concerned about time. You're concerned about time at a time like this. 5. He says, I can't hold out. Oh shoot, what's going on? He attacked the guy. 5. I can't hold out. I think the guy sensed a spiritual energy. Maybe he knows that they're going to appear here. He simply kills him, kills the dude, because the guy was clearly a traitor. And he's like, everything okay? There was a bleep, but I restored it for just a split second only. Oh shoot, somebody teleported. Oh, what's going on? Oh damn, they've appeared. Where did they appear? Oh, are they appearing behind him, Kuri? It looks like they teleported and they're appearing behind Hakuri. It looks like. Is that Hakuri? Am I tripping? This isn't the time we said, but you adjusted. Good job. Yeah, well, we'll have to pick up the pace. Oh, damn. Oh, this is the worst case scenario. They appeared in front of Uruha and Hakuri, it seems. That emblem is the Hishaku with this many. It's okay. I'm armed this time. I don't know about if it's okay. I know Urura is supposed to be strong, but I don't know. Normally there's only one kind of spirit energy in a person's body. If you seal an eternal contract with an enchanted blade, the price you pay is losing your original sorcery. With your eternal contract broken, your whole nervous system is trying to regenerate after being distorted for 18 years. Urura recalls his time in the hospital. And then Ura repeats, Ura says it's been close to 20 years, but I can help. I don't know, there's a lot of Hishaku guys for one person. Ura just looks dead. His eyes kind of look like he has the Rinnegan. It's kind of cool. I'm counting on you. It's finally my turn. I don't like this. See, listen. Whenever they hype up anything in this series, we've already established this. If they say he's an elite guy or whatever, whatever, it means they're gonna die. I mean, Ura already died, so I can't. Like him dying again just kind of seems like pointless. You brought him back to die again, so maybe he won't die. Oh my god, I'm tired. I have to go sleep soon. Let me see. What's the time now? How long have I been online? How long have I been streaming? I think I can read one more chapter. It's finally my turn. Okay, Uruha. Let me see something. One more chapter. It's finally okay. It's finally my turn. Ura declares. Let's see how that goes. In the comment section of this chapter, there's a picture of Megumi, and then the caption says, "Did you say potential?" That's so funny. That's crazy. They're basically trying to say that what's his face? That Ura is Megumi, like he's Mr. Potential Man. Alright, so we're up to chapter 88. Okay, so he killed that guy. It's like, where's the Hishaku? 5 of them on the West Wing, 5th level. After I went to all the trouble of inviting them to the threat elimination grounds, where they could cut loose to their heart's content. Well, we have no choice. Contact all elite troops. See, every time I hear elite, all I hear is dead. Because every elite troop they've ever mentioned in Kamunabi has ended up dead. I'm tired of hearing elite. I don't mention elite anymore, please. Okay? Contact all elite troops. Look at the silhouette. Ooh, they're supposed to be cool. Ooh, I'm supposed to be... Ooh, they're so good. Move, fam. We'll surround the Hishaku. But we still haven't identified the informants. There's no time to waste. What if members of the elite group... What if there's an informant there? What if the elite group has been compromised? One thing I'll say about the Hishaku is they do plan. They do spend a lot of time planning. All lower ranking members are still ordered to remain in place, and the elite forces will attack toward the west and keep them away from the center. It's alright if there's some damage to the building, whatever it takes, we have to eradicate the Hishaku. He wasn't supposed to be alive. That damn samurai. Oh damn. I guess Yura is now seeing that Uru had never died. Hakuri, can you fight? Hakuri says yes. Ura is doubtful. Is like, you sure? And then Hakuri changes from yes to somewhat. I can cast Isu every so often, but I just use a string of strong spells, so I need to rest. Damn, Ura is alone. I can still transport, but all of the things I registered in the past have been reset. Ura simply replies, great summary. There are 7 enemies in front and in back. I'll need to stay close to the boy. I'll protect him and destroy them at the same time. I don't know about that. That just seems like a tall ordeal. Even for samurai. Like the Hishaku killed Rokira, right? I don't know. It's a bit sauce. Excellent, bring it on. Okay. It looks like he got slashed. Interesting. Like a square. So somebody tried to attack Uruha. He goes 2 fingers like Gojo. And slashes him, and a square basically slashes him, and the slash cuts through the ceiling, and the square just falls from the ceiling coming down. Oh, never mind. It wasn't Uruha that did that. It's one of the so-called elite forces. I don't know if that's a guy or a girl. It looks very feminine. So this person cut through the ceiling and cut the Hishaku guy as well. So at least Uruha has got some reinforcements, and looks like the person's name, he or she, because I really can't tell the gender by looking. I'm leaning towards a she. She is called Kiri. So Uruha's like, Kiri? A bit like, huh? Like dumbfounded by the appearance of this girl out of nowhere. Hakuri clearly doesn't know who that is. He's puzzled. He's like, who? Who's Kiri? Oh, that's a woman. Yeah, that's definitely. Oh, it's her. She waves. She kind of like waves with her sword just kind of dangling. I heard you were dead. Just Uruha, not Mr. Uruha. Hakuri notices that. See for yourself. I'm alive. It's like, whoa, that's a surprise. Nice. It's like so aloof. Hakuri notes again. Who is this? Let me introduce her. Ura says the progenitor of the white period star was Itsuo Shirikai Sensei. This is his grandchild. Oh damn. Okay, maybe for this ones, maybe just this ones, maybe Elite might actually be Elite. The Zaru Squad's Kiri Shirikai. Damn. So she learned from her grandfather, I'm assuming. So she must be able to use the Iai white period style, and we all know that's a crazy move to use. Look after my grandchild for a while. If you make her cry, I'll slaughter you. That was the grandfather talking about the girl. The master permitted us to babysit her often. I'm hungry. Go get something to drink. Roger. Oh, anytime she wanted something, they spoiled her. That's cute. Wow, Mr. Uruha expresses thanks. Wow, Mr. Uruha expresses thanks. Shirikai Sensei is currently missing. He's probably living out in the mountains somewhere. He's impossible to contact. So basically he went to a mountain somewhere to chill because he was bored of fighting people. Maybe a bear, a pig, a big bear. Okay, I don't understand that. And the granddaughter simply says he texts me, so he kind of knows where the grandpa is. And then they're showing some of the text messages. You doing good? And Ura says in the text, like, he's never this nice to us. Well, you're not his granddaughter. Replies, I'm good. You live a long life, grandpa. What kind of dry text messaging is this? Hey, you doing good? Granddaughter, I'm good. Smiley face. You live a long life, grandpa. That's so dry. What the hell? Aw, you're a nice grandchild. Hakuri is just here just making like ad-lib comments. Like, duh, at least until I kill the old bastard. That took a turn. Hakuri's response is my reaction. What? Swords are for men. They are too heavy for a woman's slender arms. You'd be dead in no time. Grandpa's a total male chauvinist pig when it comes to this sword. I want him alive and kicking until I get the chance to hack him up. What the hell? That's a toxic family relationship. Okay. The Shaku all gathered. Cool. Kiri, this is Hakuri. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Nice to meet you, Hakuri. While they're out here talking and making nice, a Hishaku person tries to sneak in behind Mr. Uruha. Mr. Uruha responds with a roundhouse kick. The person blocks, but the force of the kick is so strong it sends the person flying through a wall. Damn, Uruha is tough. You know, he got packed up so easily by Samura, but hey, he's one of the legendary heroes for a reason. He's tough. Damn, he really packed him up, like kicked him. Obviously, I don't think he's dead, but sheesh. Hakuri was surprised by that. A kick? Uruha has that kind of power? Yeah, honestly, I didn't know it was built like that. Kun. Crimson Recital. Damn. Alright, because they're getting rid of his contract now so he can use sorcery. Hakuri says, sorcery? So that landed, no need to freak out. Look, we'll be fine. Okay, it's about to do something. Mako. Demon Bite. Okay, so one of the Ishaku member picks like a little, I don't know what that is, kind of grotesque skull. He says Mako Demon Bite, and the Mako becomes big, just envelopes the hall out of nowhere. Yo, okay, I'll say this is the first time I've actually seen people use like full-on sorcery. I've seen sorcery earlier on in the early chapters, but nothing of this caliber. I guess it's the level, like that's how strong they are. What the hell? That looks creepy. Okay. Kiri, look out for Kiri for me. And Kiri simply replies, you got it. Okay, time to go on the offensive. Alright, he slashes the big demon thing with the Iai white period style, I'm guessing. Actually, I don't know. Now I just spam Iai white period style, like everyone can do it. Okay, cuts it in half. Oh, this guy reminds you. I said earlier that this guy reminds you of Krollo. But now here he is pulling a sword out of a book. Interesting. So he cut the thing and he screams out now to one of his members. They bring out a book. He pulls out a sword from the book, and it's like the ink and everything from the book disappears and goes into the blade. I wonder if that's like a response to Ura's attack when he attacked that weird head thing that was coming at him. Is it that the slash went through it and is going straight at Ura and his group? No, it's not. It's just Ura was moving so fast through the cut head that Ura had to pick the sword to respond. Okay, so now it's a battle of sorcery. Everything right now has to be, they have to be smart. Okay, Ura responds. Ura thinks to himself, his speed, by his speed he means Ura, his speed is intimidating, but he's lost the destructive force he had before. His power enables him to fortify one ability at a time. Okay, that was some Sherlock Holmes level deduction. That was quick. Alright, so one thing I'll say about Hishaku, I said this earlier, not only are they very meticulous in their planning, you can clearly tell they've got some really high IQ guys, like some real heavy hitters in their team. The Hishaku, impressive, coming out to do your own dirty work. Did you run out of tricks to kill the sword bearers? Shihiro's holding back Mr. Samura. Oh, he's thinking to himself, plus we're running out of time. I appreciate you not getting in our way. And he simply says, huh? Ura, they keep coming. You know where you are? You are in the hive now, Ura says to Ura. There are plenty of people besides me who get in your way. And Ura simply replies, true. In this place, there are all sorts of people. I don't like that. That sounds ominous. I think that's his way of saying that, oh, he's got all sorts of people as well within the Kamunabi that will interfere and tip the scales in his favor. I feel like that's what he's alluding to, but we'll see. And Ura simply replies, true. There are all sorts of people. Okay, that's weird. Our job is to create momentary confusion. Nothing more. Wait. Are they on the side of the Swordmaster? So, and again, his eyes go black. I'm so confused. And Ura's like, I guess Ura figured out what their plan was. I'm still a bit confused as to what their plan. Also, this author's like, Brad, I love the way this author draws. Like, the way he plays with perspective is it's so pleasant to see. It's so pleasant to the eyes. It's like a visual buffet, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't fully understand what the hell is going on. Okay, hold up. So we have a card, the death match. I'm a bit confused. And Kiri senses something. She says, step back, gets in front of Hakuri. I can't wait for Kiri to show us what's good. What I'm guessing is Kiri is gonna get packed up, maybe not dead, but she's gonna get like sent out of commission. And then what's his face? Ura is gonna get packed up as well, and then Hakuri is gonna show everybody why he's Himkuri. Damn, I said that was my last chapter, but now Ura the new Crawler. That's the top comment on this chapter. Ura the new Crawler. This gives Phantom Troop Akatsuki. Holy shit. When this gets admitted, it's the new JJK. Loki, the anime when it comes out next year is gonna be crazy. And some other thirsty comment says Kiri can slash me all she wants. That's crazy. That's crazy work from that guy. Okay, I said that was my last chapter, but I'm actually gonna read one more because I'm very curious as to what's happening. Maybe I'll stop at 89. Okay, we're going back to this confusing flashback from 20 years ago. Rain without clouds, evildoers are doomed. Hail in summer, evildoers will perish. Thunder without black clouds, the sound of evildoers meeting their demise. All of these sayings about the weather resulted from one ferocious youth's hair-raising fates. At the time of the war, he was 20 years old. In his 20s, he was hailed far and wide as a swordsman on par with Samura, former contractor bearer of Cloud Garger, Ibuki Misaka. Okay, this is an introduction of another contracted person, contracted bearer of a cloud gauge. Okay. He was rumored to be on par. Okay, 3 years prior, at the time of Kunishige Rokira's assassination, Misaka was ambushed at home. Oh, damn, so somebody killed Misaka. Right? Ibuki Misaka. Okay. I was about to say Mikasa from Attack on Titan. The assassin came alone. At the end of the duel, the hero Misaka was left dead. Damn! So, hold up. At the time of the war, he was 20 years old. In his 20s, he was found white as a swordsman on par with Samura. 3 years prior, at the time of Kunishige Rokira's assassination, Misaka was ambushed at home. The assassin came alone. At the end of the duel, the hero Misaka was left dead. Excuse me? Huh? If he was on par with Samura, that means that assassin that... Who is that assassin? It's the same armored assassin who ambushed Rokuhira's home. But this is some kind of sorcery control puppet. The real assassin is elsewhere. That's why I said something feels off, because that guy died too easily. Okay, so he's outside. This executioner is tough. Can't just handle him with a puppet. Excuse me? He was using a puppet from that distance? Give me some Sige's granny. Add and an assignment. The Senkai gang is looking for personal security. Can I get a light too? It's like I got you. Okay, so the real samurai is outside. He's supposed to be very strong. Okay, that was a display of a feat there, right? So the guy he was with asked for a light, and then he swung his blade through the guy's cigarette, but because of the pace at which he did it, it literally lit the cigarette on fire because of the friction generated from the slash. That's kind of crazy. So did you draw your katana just now? It says, nah. He definitely did. How did you light? Good question, the samurai says. He definitely drew his katana. Oh, I love his character design. Oh, he looks like he's gonna be problem. He's such a chill guy too, boy. He's a POS because he's got a tattoo in his hand and he's a Hishaku guy. But he looks like a problem. Like, look at his face. Cool ass character design. I love the way this auto. I love this auto, man. It's like, what the? He winks at him and he sees the tattoo as well. That's not nice. You did draw your katana. Oh, did you see me? You lit it with friction. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Is that even possible? Yes, if you manipulate spirit energy skillfully enough, you can achieve ultra hot temperatures with mere friction. Impressive and bizarre. Okay, he's answering the phone. Hello, what are you doing, Hokuto? His name is Hokuto. Yeah, Hokuto is a problem. The fact that somebody on par with Samura got packed up by this guy. But then again, Samura has evolved since then. So that was a long time ago. The armor suit just lost to Azami. I reckon I bought us some time. Right, well, what are you waiting for? It's your turn. Okay, yeah, sure, on my way. You sound unenthusiastic. Don't let me down. Your sorcery is great, but your real strength is what's behind it. Your swordsmanship. 3 years ago, your sorcery assisted us while you defeated Misaka one-on-one. Enough. How many times do I have to say it? The Misaka I fought was no longer a master swordsman. Okay, I like the fact that he said that, because so basically Misaka, they're showing a panel of Misaka, the version that he fought, and they're showing his belly is a bit like, basically it was a bit chubby, like tubby, like he wasn't as sharp. Okay, that makes sense. So he wasn't in his prime. It was 15 years after the war. He'd lost his fangs long ago. Okay, fair. Do you know how aggravating it is to be praised for defeating that Misaka? He says, guys, sorry, but he must be strong too. Do you know how unsatisfying it was? All those years of calibration and I never got to go all out. Since that day I've been starved for a real duel. And that's why you're not motivated? What about Shirakai's grandchild? There's nobody interested in her headquarters, Okudo says. What, that little girl? Guys like, and Misaka's? What's wrong? Great news for you anyway. I'm confused. And Misaka's? Wait, hold up. What about Shiraka's grandchild? What, that little girl? And then the guy says, and Misaka's. Wait, Misaka has a kid? So what's wrong? Great news for you anyway. Urara's alive. Ooh. Ooh. That excited him. It's like, what? Where? He's battling Urara and the guys inside HQ. You better hurry. Ooh, Urara. He's thinking to himself. It's almost like moth drawn to a flame. Like he's just eager now to go fight like a child, like in anticipation of candy. He's excited now that Urara is alive. But his excitement lets me know that Urara is actually that guy. I just haven't seen a lot from Urara yet because I guess his contract wasn't severed and he also did not have his enchanted blade. So it's kind of hard to actually like tell how strong he is. I mean, I did see a glimpse of it, but I don't know. The fact that this guy is excited tells me something, but we'll see. Kaminabi headquarters underground level 3 training room. I guess that's Misaka's child. Oh, this is music playing hella loud. What the hell? I'm assuming this has something to do with sorcery. Logs are flying at him. He's cutting up the logs. Okay. What's this? What did it say? Kaminabi headquarters underground level 3 training room. Okay, the guy's just training and blasting music. Okay, cut up the logs. Okay, we get it. You can cut up logs. Okay, it says, my big brother and I were born 2 years apart. I'm assuming this is Misaka's younger brother. In our hometown, we were undefeated. My big brother would smash the guy on the right, and I would destroy the guy on the left. Together, we were unbeatable. We were gifted sword fighters. When the Seitei War began, we headed to Tokyo, and before long, my big brother was selected to wield the Cloud Gouger enchanted blade. So yeah, that's Misaka's younger brother. So that was the statement he failed to complete earlier when he said, and Misaka's. Okay, together we were invincible. I went to the battlefield too, but when they chose the bearers of the enchanted blades, Urara, you're the right man for this sword. It was the final sword apart from the Shinichi. The guy who was chosen for Komiyori was a newbie of the white purity lineage. He was 17 at the time, 1 year younger than me. He did not like that. He is not fond of Urara, and I guess he kind of hates the fact that he never got to fight besides his brother. My brother said that's how it goes in this world. The slightest weakness can spell defeat. Okay, but he was definitely a capable swordsman for him to be, undefeated in his hometown and to even be at that level. Yeah, it's all good, bro. At least you jumped in anyways. You could always rewatch it afterwards, but always appreciate you showing up, man. Even if you come in late, it means a lot. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm basically wrapping up. Actually, this is actually one of the longest I've streamed so far, because usually I end it like within an hour. But after the last chapter, the way the last chapter ended, I just couldn't bring myself to stop streaming. I was like, I needed to see what's gonna happen next. Cause the way it ended was just like, what's going on? But yeah, they introduced, I've seen Hokuto, the guy that fought Misaka, this guy's elder brother. And the way they phrase it, they always try to like hype up people, right? In Kagurabachi, just before they get packed up. The way they phrase it was that Hokuto fought Misaka one-on-one. And the fact that the Shaku even made him fight him one-on-one already tells you how strong Hokuto is. Now, he did admit that Misaka wasn't the guy at the time, they even showed a picture of him. He had a bit of a belly, he wasn't fit. So it was like he fought a weak Misaka. He never actually went to go all out, and he doesn't want to take credit for that because he felt like he didn't fight him at his prime. But the very fact that they put him one-on-one with that guy means he's very capable, and that guy at his prime was considered to be on par with Samurai, which was a long time ago. Samurai is a lot stronger now. He's evolved a lot with his enchanted blade. But long story short, I don't know, I'm pretty quiet. You've already read it, but I'm just letting you know basically what I've seen in this chapter, just to refresh your memory as to where I currently am. Yeah, you're already in the HQ. I expect some new characters and some old ones like the one you're seeing here. I like this guy, but he's not one of my goats. Okay. Fair. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I've seen Kiri, the granddaughter of the master that introduced the EI White Purity style. She kind of cold. She's kind of cold. Her character design is kind of cool, and she has that nonchalant attitude that lets you know that she's gonna be strong. Those nonchalant like Dari type characters. Like, what a drag or Shikamaru type characters. You know those guys are a problem. Okay. Alright, let's see. We went our separate ways after the war. My brother completely lost his will to fight, and 3 years ago, the Hishaku killed my brother. He had become weak, so he was defeated. That's how it goes. I'm not like my brother. Did this brother put weights in his hand? Excuse me? He's doing the Rock Lee treatment. Let me go back. Let me go back a few panel. Hold up, hold up, hold up. So yeah, he had weights in his hands. I like her in a sword style. Yeah. I haven't seen a lot of it. I saw how she kind of, I don't know if she actually packed up the Ishaku, but she cut the ceiling, like she was at the upper level, so she cut through the ceiling and slashed the person underneath the ceiling, and then just landed, like it was kind of aura from me, and then just kind of the platform drops on the Hishaku person. It was kind of crazy. So yeah, she's kind of cold still. Like literally right away cuts that person up. And I don't know how she was able to see through or sense spirit energy. I'm assuming spirit energy. They didn't really explain it in the manga panel, but it has to be spirit energy. It's kind of cool. That was literally her introduction to the series for me. But again, I went back to this panel because you could tell the mangaka is clearly illustrating speed here. So these logs are coming at him at speed, and then you can see a little bit of flicker there in his chest, right, in the top panel there, and then a little bit of flicker as well with his hands. And he basically, I think that's one swipe, cuts the logs, and then a few panels later, it turns out that he had weights in his hands when he was doing that. How fast is this dude? He must be strong. His name is Natsuki. Cool ass name, by the way. And he has a thing with music. He's always blasting music loud. What the hell's going on? Okay, it's like Natsuki. Some random guy with glasses comes and calls out his name. In the 18 years since the war, I've never let my focus on the sword waver. So he's gotten stronger since then as well. Okay, he doesn't have an enchanted blade, and he's clearly a decent swordsman. But what is his sorcery like? Does it have to do with music? I'm curious about that, because that's what will really determine if he'll get packed up or not. He might not get packed up because his brother already got packed up, and anime is kind of like that. But we'll see. Didn't you hear the broadcast? It's an emergency. They're yelling at Natsuki. Natsuki says, "What's up?" Well, he didn't hear the broadcast. He had speakers blasting music, and he had headphones as well. I bet you they're noise cancelling headphones as well, which is kind of weird. Like, did he have headphones and then speakers blasting music? I don't know. This guy's weird. Must be sorcery related. Invaders in the West Wing level 5. And then he mentioned Hishaku, and that triggers him. Oh, why you train the eyes like that? It is music, isn't it? It's something with music, isn't it? It's something with music. All right. Invaders in the West Wing level 5, Hishaku, and that piques his interest because Hishaku killed his his elder brother. So yeah, he's determined, but he's been training for years, so he's really built like that. No, brother! That was like in the past where he saw his brother's corpse, he grips his sword, and then the other guy was like, "You ready?" Oh, he's been ready. He's like beyond ready. He's probably nah. Okay, I'm sure something happened that you're not trying to spoil it, but I didn't catch on. I didn't catch on. It's a bit late at night right now. I'm a bit tired, so I'm a bit slow as well. Well, to be honest, when I stream around this time, I'm generally very slow. I would miss the most obvious thing, but the fact that you put those eyes there, let me know that there was something I missed. So maybe when I watch, I'll try and maybe what's the time? I'll watch the later moments of this stream again and see if I can recall what it is that I missed. You ready? Beyond ready. Okay, let's go. This might be a cool. Bro, bro. This author's character designing for me is amazing. Like, he doesn't miss. Like, he does not miss. He doesn't miss. I would say the character design that I liked the least was Ikura, but even that is by design, because of he's not supposed to be a guy that's like competent or strong. He's supposed to be a guy that you look as pitiful, right? He's supposed to be someone that just seems ordinary, and that's exactly what his character design conveys. It conveys that air of just is a simple dude, simple average guy, which obviously made his feat more impactful. And by the feat, I mean taking the key up to the roof in the chaos of the Hishaku attacking the place, knowing he has zero sorcery, zero swordsmanship, zero nothing, scared as hell, but was brave enough to still aid them in that fight. So his character design fits, like plays the part, you know what I mean? But look at this guy's character design, Natsuki Misaka. He looks so cool. I've had a long warm up. Yeah, he's got 20 years or 18 years of warm up. Shoot. I love this arc because you can see some of the government's people. It's usually very focused on the main character. Now we get to see some of the other people in the main villain group. Honestly, I'm excited about that, but I'm also very worried because so far, besides Shiba and this one other guy, the Kamunabi people have been taking L's. I'm sorry, okay? Hirohiko packed up like four of them, the guys that were like supposed to be supposedly protecting Uruha. They got packed up, okay? And they got lined up in a train station waiting for Uruha, okay? I haven't had very good experiences with this Kamunabi guy, so hopefully these guys don't disappoint me. Hopefully this fight is gonna be lit. I'm okay with stopping here. I'll stream again tomorrow, but yeah, I really hope for once, like, I need something, man. Kiri, I have faith in Kiri because you know who her grandfather was, so I kind of have faith in Kiri. Uruha is actually like showing to be like, I feel like there's some promise there, but my boy Hakuri has not really. Fact, the elite group curse, they always get killed. I'm telling you, they always get killed. So far, that's been my experience. They always get killed. It's literally the elite group curse. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how this goes. I know it's gonna be good, regardless of the outcome. Again, if Kagurabachi history has taught me anything, I'm not really putting my bets on these guys, but we'll see how it goes, man. Thanks for hopping on again. Anime, I'll be back tomorrow, and for any one of you watching this from the future, thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash the like, subscribe. I always feel awkward doing the YouTube thing, which is like smash a like, comment, subscribe, but you gotta do it when you're a small YouTuber. I mean, everybody does it. Even Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber in the world, does it. So who am I not to do it? So I would beg for the likes, like, comment, and subscribe. All right, I'm doing the YouTube thing. Have a good night, anime, and yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow. I have to find a way to work on my outro. My outro is kind of basic. I'll see you tomorrow. There's nothing to play me out or anything, but you know, we grow every day, we improve every day. And I don't know if you notice, anime, the stream is smooth now, right? There's no lag anymore. I fixed that. I finally fixed it. It took me a while, but I fixed it. You know, Onk always tries to improve every episode. I might be a bit slow, but I will definitely improve.